I'm your astrologer Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here's your daily forecast for the day of Monday, July 24th, 2017. Now, I'm not really quite sure what I'm going to say to you in this video about what's going on today. There's a few reasons for that. First of all, it's like midnight here in Salt Lake City where I am, and I've been editing your videos all day. I actually went a little overboard and I went a little longer than I like to do. I film like 7-minute videos and 8-minute videos instead of like 4 to 6 minute videos, which I like to stay in, so it took me a little bit longer to edit than normal. So there's that. I'm kind of tired. It's kind of late. Also, I just said everything that I needed to say, so it's kind of just like trying to figure out what else to tell you all, you know, while at the same time still not feeling like, I don't know, still not feeling like things are quite right. I think what's going on here is that we had a new moon on Sunday. And I think that maybe we felt as though there was some new beginning that was about to come to us in a really, really big way. And I told you that it was, and I said it was. And I think now all of a sudden we get here to today and we're like, okay, new moon, okay, like doing something I like and that makes me happy. Why am I, and it's supposed to be a big moon, why am I not happier? Why are things not better? Why do I not feel as much like there is some big moon there in some way? And I think that's kind of what we are dealing with right now. And I was trying to think, well, as I'm saying this, what that is. And I think a lot of what's going on here and what we're sensing is not that there's not a new beginning there that's there for you, that's good for you, that's going to help you in some way. But it's just that this is the first part of a two-part beginning, okay? We had, not only was this a new moon in Leo, but it's right before a new moon solar eclipse also in Leo. And it's very rare, you know, at least not that common, for there to be two new moons in one sign and for one of those new moons to be a solar eclipse. So this new moon was not like a normal one where all of a sudden you get this big spurt of energy and that's it and that it's done. It's kind of like this was the new moon to prepare us for the new moon solar eclipse, where more to the story is going to happen, where the major new beginnings are going to come, and this new moon was just preparing us. And I think that's what we're feeling, is there's some new beginning, there's something that we're working for and we're working towards, and it didn't quite hit yet. It's not all quite here. There's more that's still missing. And I think that you would be accurate to think that, in the sense that we have a solar eclipse that's going to come almost exactly a month from today, that's going to bring the rest of the story that we feel like we don't have here. On top of that, the new moon was conjunct Mars. Okay, Mars is not a planet of warm, cuddly, fuzzy feelings, okay? Mars is a planet of aggression and of war in many ways. And so when it wants a new beginning to happen, like we had the new moon here conjunct Mars, it doesn't think about, are you feeling okay? Is this the most comfortable? Are you comfortable? Do I need to get you some blankets and like a pillow? No, Mars says, I don't care if you're comfortable, we're gonna make this happen and we're gonna go into a new way or whatever, and we're doing it. And so I think also, as we're going into this new beginning, we aren't maybe feeling loved or as nurtured as we want to feel, especially when we just ended like a dark moon in Cancer making some hard aspects. And so I think that's kind of what we're facing today, not feeling super loved, not feeling super comfortable, not feeling like the story is all there and having to deal with that. On top of that, Venus, which is the planet that does make us feel comfortable, is in some hard aspects. Venus has got some good and some bad aspects going on, but the major one is that it's coming into an opposition with Saturn for today. So that's going to bring up, as we're moving forward on this new beginning, really trying to manifest something new, some big choices that we have to make, maybe some compromises as well that we don't want to make. It's like we want new energy coming in. We don't want to have to like make choices and make decisions and like figure out all this hard stuff when we just want to move forward and be happy. So I think that's also a challenging thing that we're having to deal with today, is making some choices that we don't want to make, and we just want to feel good, and having to deal with some of that. Okay, so I think that's what's going on. Otherwise, to be honest with you, I really think today looks good. I really do. I just do. Other than some of those other things that we've got going on, I mean, I think there's lots of opportunities today to see your life in new ways, to make sense of some of your feelings, to really begin to understand what it is that you value, what it is that you enjoy, what it is that makes you happy, to begin to make some decisions that are better for you than you have been able to in the past, having more clarity and having more help and moving forward. I think that's going to be a really good thing for you today. On top of that, we've got Mercury at the end of the day in a beautiful trine with Uranus. So while we've got all these hard feelings, like there's really tons of opportunities and insights that are coming to us about our life and about where it's going, okay? Especially with this Mercury trine Uranus. There's going to be some unexpected things that are going to come up, but I think they're going to be good for us, as to where last week we had unexpected things come up that were challenging or troubling or unsettling in some way. I think the stuff that's going to start to come up this week and today is really going to be more positive to help us put some of that stuff in order, okay? Because Mercury is not in the challenging aspects that the Sun and Mars were. The Sun and Mars were in a square to Uranus and a trine to Chiron, and the Mercury is not in any of those spots, okay? So I think it's actually going to be a pretty productive day. On top of that, the moon's going to come over Mercury and the North Node and this pretty trine to Uranus too, really hitting these insights home, these unexpected things, helping us make sense of it, and really starting to think about our future and where our future is going. And I feel like we're connecting more with that, even if we haven't been feeling that so far. So I don't think that it's going to be too bad of a week, and I think we're just trying to deal with some changes that we've been making in life and trying to figure out how we can build more stability and do something just more solid and stable with that, so we can just, you know, be happier and live the life that we want. And I think we're in a really weird transition time right now, which makes it kind of harder for me to do weeklies when we're in between two worlds, and that kind of thing, because it gets harder to put a story together where I have to like tell you one story. That's like one thing that was weird when I was doing my weeklies. I had to like tell you one story, and then at the very end of my horoscope, I feel like I kind of had to like abruptly end that story and like start telling you a new one, or like start reading a new book without finishing the old one. And I feel like we kind of have a few different things going on where we want some new beginning to happen, but we're still kind of finishing some old stuff so that we can step into the new. And I think we're trying to balance that today and realize that we're in a little bit of a transition, and we need to do what we can to make sense of things and to be okay with being in the transition, okay? So that's what I have for you there. Now, your card is the moon upright. This to me does indicate we've got some things going on below the surface, some deep feelings not feeling quite right that are bothering us, that are weighing on us in some way, perhaps things that we feel but we can't access deep down. And I think the message of this is to get in touch really with your heart, with your subconscious, with these things that are bothering you inside, and to bring them to the surface and to deal with them out in the daylight so that they don't bother you in the darkness of your soul or in the nighttime. You know, this card is a picture of wolves or dogs howling at the moon, and I feel like whenever I see this card, that's what I think of. I think of yourself, something keeping you up at night, something weighing on you in the dark of your soul that's just howling at you, wanting you to pay attention to it, to fix it and to address it and to move past it. And I think that's what you need to do today. Okay, so that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. If you like it, please like it on Facebook, like it on YouTube, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.